What's going on, gentlemen? Dr. Dave back for your Unbreakable Man training session. In today's session, we are going to be diving into the number one mindset that stops men from achieving their greatness and exactly what you need to do in order to overcome and be your best self in the world. Now, this is really pertinent. It's really important to me because I realized that over the course of my life, I had this same mindset and it was holding me back. And I needed to share this because I saw this happening not just with myself, but all men, because we have these tendencies. And in fact, even in the tendencies, our society has given us the comfort blanket, the nook that keeps us comfortable rather than really exploring our masculinity, really diving into ourselves and overcoming our fears and anxieties and stepping into the world as our greatest self. Now, to give you a little bit of a backstory, I really feel like society right now is setting us up for failure because they make us feel that if we are a masculine individual, if we put ourselves out there, if we show up in the world and we have all of the archetypes inside of us that might pick a fight, might stand up for something you believe in, that might show up with this warrior energy or this leader energy, that is actually a bad thing. And so we've sort of, as a society, have pointed our finger at that idea that masculinity is a bad thing and said, oh, you're a bad person, or what you have inside of you, your nature is not good. And in fact, I think the exact opposite of that. In fact, I know it's the exact opposite because what we have inside of us, just that natural gestalt, that natural power, that thing that is inside of you is such a beautiful natural thing that if you don't explore it, it will eat you up alive. And we're starting to see this happening with men across the United States and in the West, even in general, in the Western culture. And it's showing up, it's manifesting in the form of suicide, an opioid crisis. We're starting to see, in the worst case scenario, we're starting to see more shootings that are just mass shootings that are happening. And we're hearing about these things and we're wondering, well, what the heck is going on? And I really feel like men are doing this one thing, and we're being told that our nature is not good. And by doing that, we're actually saying, oh, well, you're a man, so you're going to be fine. And then we as men, we say, yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And it's that one thing, it's that one mindset that not only keeps us stuck from really living up to our potential, but actually burns us alive. It takes the fire that you hold in your hand that could light the way, could light the path for another, and it actually burns you up. And so when you say, oh, I'm fine, maybe you have traumas that you haven't processed. Maybe you have a physical injury that you haven't dealt with. Maybe you have emotional injuries. Maybe you have spiritual injuries. Whatever those things are, you stop yourself from actually exploring them, from actually healing, because you tell yourself that you're fine, but you're really not fine. You're not fine. You have to admit that. You have to admit the fact that you are not okay, that you're not fine, that you are hurting. And you can't isolate. You see, when men, and especially men in the West, men that have wives and kids, they tell themselves, I'm fine, I'll figure it out. I can get after it. I'm a man, I'll take responsibility. But when you isolate, you kill yourself. So do not go down that rabbit hole. Do not go down that rabbit hole. Step up. Ask for help. Reach out. Get out there. Find another man to say, hey, brother, I'm hurting. I don't know what direction I need to go. My life is in shambles. I'm broken in this area. My wife doesn't trust me anymore. My boss doesn't really care for me much because I'm not producing at work. Or maybe my business isn't producing. My health sucks. You have to admit to yourself where you are broken. You see, you are telling yourself that you're fine, but you're not fine. Admit that one thing, and you will step forward into your greatness. You will start to become unbreakable. You will start on the path of being an unbreakable man. But until you admit to yourself that you are not fine, until then, you will always live in that same cycle. Society has set you up for failure in that way. They give you the nook and the blanket. When you tell yourself you're fine, what are they going to give you? The drugs, the porn, the television, the football, whatever. It's going to give you that comfort blanket. Maybe you'll get alcohol, maybe it'll be your phone, maybe it'll be Instagram, whatever that thing is. You're going to be addicted to the comforts of life. It'll always be there. And you always tell yourself, I'm fine. But you know that fire in your belly is eating you up. It's going to keep eating you up. It's going to keep eating you up. And it'll just keep happening more and more and more and more until one day you either burn up yourself or you burn up the world around you. And that's what we're seeing is happening right now to men. They're both burning themselves up, opioid crisis, suicide epidemic, and we're starting to see them burning others up. Their circle of influence, maybe they take down their family, maybe they take down their business. I saw a man recently he'd been in business 22 years, and he just kept telling himself he was fine, and then he just collapsed. Just took down everybody with it. Everybody was relying on him. I'm done. He put his arms up. He didn't reach out. And it's in those moments that you have opportunities to say, hey, listen, I'm hurting here. I need help. Accept the help. Look for others that can give you help, whether it be mentors, another brother of yours. When I say brother, I mean another man, somebody that you can reach out to. So don't walk this earth by just simply telling yourself that you're fine when you're not. You're not fine. Accept the help. Look for help. Be vulnerable enough to reach out. If you're emotionally hurt, physically hurt, spiritually hurt, psychologically hurt, whatever that situation is, brother, reach out to somebody. That's exactly why I created this entire company, The Unbreakable Man, why I am on this path, because I see this happening. Men are hurting, and we as a society, the whole of us are looking at men like, oh, y'all are fine. Y'all are good. And we're looking at ourselves like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. But we're not. We're not fine. Admit that to yourself. Accept your suffering. All of life is suffering. You need help. You need to surround yourself with other men. You need to guide yourself by mentors. Work on yourself. Work on your surroundings. Put yourself in order. And then get back out there and help other people. Gentlemen, today was an important day because we talked about the number one mindset that stops men from growing. And in fact, I don't think it's just the number one mindset that stops men from growing. I think it's the number one mindset that is killing men. And it's killing our society because we have so much to give. You have so much to give. You as an individual, you have a purpose inside of you. You have a reason for being. And if you just saw that and knew that, I believe in you. Now it's time to actually step up to the plate and believe in yourself. Guys, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you in the next training session.